But I know Bart's going to go, but I just want to say this. We were also watching the result of when you don't react fast enough, right? This season, there was a point during the season, I think even right before the Giants game or right after the Giants game, where I feel like the powers that be, Robert Saleh, should have said, listen, I'm glad we got the W, but that can't be us. Like, whatever happens, I know, Aaron, that can't be us, and they allowed it to happen. There was the point at the trade deadline where they should have did something. Something should have happened, and they did nothing. When you got the San Francisco 49ers, who pretty much probably the most complete team in football, press the panic button because they realized we can't blow this window in, and here we are, the New York Jets. We sold the world that we have arrived, and you don't make any issue, you don't make one move at all. It shows you that, like, one, you're tone deaf, and two, you missed it again. And so now you're asking this fan base and you're asking us to try to give you something. Well, no, it starts in-house, right? Like, you didn't respond when there was a time to respond. And when you just look at the product tonight. And the product tonight isn't about, and Bart's going to talk about it, we lost on the edges. We're playing with a damn near third-string offensive line, right? But the problem is you're watching the spirit of these ball players seek out of their bodies game after game. Where guys are walking off the field, they're not even making eye contact with each other. They're not even making eye contact with the coaches. They're just going through the motions because they feel hopeless. And that's a schematic problem. That's a building problem because the ball players can only play. The higher ups gotta foresee everything. And when you lost Aaron Rodgers and you lost in the manner in which you lost him, and you come to the point where you need to make moves and you don't, and you believe in Zach Wilson. And by the way, there was no reason to believe him, right? Because he struggled. And sure, you want to blame the offensive line or whatever, but there was a problem. You had to make a left, and they never made it. And so now, however you continue to watch the Jets, that's what we're going to see. This is the product we're going to see. And so I feel bad for these guys because when you watch C.J. Mosley, you see Quentin, when these guys get in fights, they're frustrated. They're pissed off. They don't believe. They're losing hope right now. And it's a hopeless feeling. So I have empathy for that, man, because I was a 4-12 Jet guy. And I knew what that locker room felt like. And I knew coming to work every Monday where guys weren't talking to each other, where guys were literally not eating in the same cafeteria. And I know what that feels like, and I see that. That's what I'm seeing on film.